And this is an illustration that someone drew. That's a man walking and littering down the drain. And that's me happy because the trash is now coming out of the drain. This was a story that actually happened after our publication of our Children Are Citizens story. So it was after a year-long study. We found our it. Kristen mentioned this earlier. Mara had sent us a letter asking us a provocation about the blue rooster that's on the top of the National Gallery of Art. It sort of peeks his head over Pennsylvania Avenue, and every time you drive down, you see the blue rooster peeking its head down. And we were so in love with this blue rooster, and we had such a wonderful time researching and studying him. This was us on our field trip to the National Gallery of Art. And I love the picture of Nora in the front, who just can't look at the camera because she keeps looking up at the blue rooster. And then here's Sebastian, whose face is turned in the Calder room because he simply cannot keep his eyes on Natalie Ryan. He needs to see all the Calder mobiles that are so wondrous around him. So after a year-long sessions of monthly meetings with colleagues, finding our id, the stress of publishing our story, we had a feeling of relief that it was all done. Oh, and of course, this is our family day, when we all come down, and this is our story that's been published, and we celebrate with our families, and we're so excited. We get those special author stickers. It's a really lovely moment for teachers, for children, for families. And then we come back to J.O. Wilson. So this story mostly happens in May and June. So it's when our learning group in our classroom is really well melded. We know each other really well. We work together really well. We've been together for ages. And this is our blacktop at JO. You can see we have ribbons and cones and trikes and balls and hula hoops. But one commonality is that there's two drains right in the middle. They're really large storm drains. They're about 2 by 2. And when you're a little preschooler, that's a big space. So it's actually a space of congregation, believe it or not, on the blacktop. It's where balls roll down. Here's Zara over here on the right, and she's using it as a little stage, singing her song. There's children in that middle picture. They're peeking down. They're imagining a story. They're imagining that there's an alligator down in the drain. They're wondering how the alligator lives. They're thinking about all the trash down there because they can see little pieces of plastic, and also the drain is quite smelly. So they keep thinking it smells like pee. So this is something that comes up a lot. This was a video, which might not work. Oh, here it comes. So this is a game that the children are playing, and it's the balls, and the balls keep rolling down to the drain, and the children are just pushing away the balls. And it's not gonna work. That's okay. You'll get the gist is, oh wait, is it loading? All right. All right, we're not gonna be patient. We won't, oh, there we go. So here they are, congregating at the storm drains. They're bouncing on top of it. They're pushing away all the balls that keep rolling. So we've noticed that there's a slope, and that balls and water go down the storm drains. We also sorted all the trash. So we looked through all the trash, and we noticed it was napkins, string cheese wrappers, paper, cracker wrappers, candy wrappers, graham cracker wrappers. And we noticed that most of this trash actually came from our school. So we sorted it. We took clipboards, we came outside and took some field notes. And this is us also imagining what's down there in the drain, really peering in and doing some close looking, close studies of the drain. And we also wondered about animals. Each of us in our classroom have a symbol that represents us, and each of those symbols is an animal. For example, I'm the elephant. So we get really attached to our symbols and our animals. So we thought very carefully about a turtle and an octopus. And we did a mini study of how animals in the Anacostia could get really hurt, the river that's right close to us, if we put litter in the drains, because then it would drain out to the Anacostia and it might actually hurt the animals. So then we, as a pre-K3 classroom, pledged that we would always put our trash in the trash bin, and we would pick up the trash and put it in the trash bin too. But we had a problem because we still had trash on our playgrounds. So we noticed that it might not just be us who's littering, but it might be the big kids. So pre-K3 went to 5th grade, the highest grade at J.L. Wilson, and we took our book and we said, we actually wrote a little book about the litter in the storm drains. And we took our book and we asked the 5th graders, we said, you know, we're still seeing this as a problem. Can you help us? Can you help pick up that litter? And please put it in the bin. Please don't throw it on the ground. And we walked out of there and I saw the 5th grade teacher a little bit later. And he said, you know what? Those 5th graders were so impressed that the 3-year-olds have such big ideas. Because we're so little and we're so cute as pre-K3s. You know, the 5th graders call us babies and we're so sweet, but we're actually a lot more than sweet. We have really, really important ideas. And it was important for the 5th graders to hear us and to hear what we had to say.